Do you cave in or show vulnerability? Let's find out.
Hey! Hello, Charlotte.
Hello.
Right, so I haven't got my subscribe pillow today. I've got the Charlotte, so
Subscribe.
there we go. Just gonna
And subscribe to me.
subscribe to her, Derpy Cat Adventures. I'll put a link in the description. Right, here we go. Do you cave in or show your vulnerability?
What do you mean by cave in? I
mean, out of the two words, that was the one you struggled with, cave in rather than vulnerability.
Well, vulnerable is like being sure, like so easy to get.
That's right. So what do I mean by do you cave in or show your vulnerability? Well, as I've mentioned before, it's very easy to have this kind of facade, this front.
What does facade mean?
It's gonna be one of those videos. A facade is like a front, like something you put up in front of you.
What, like a wall?
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, kind of like a wall. It's gonna be a long video.
Approximately 10 hours later.
So, I'm somehow doubting my idea for bringing my subscribe child in. So basically, you can't. So easy to put up a so easy to put up a facade and kind of live this sort of duality of life and this false life where you put on this front to other people, but inside you might be sort of sad or something like that. And this could be whether you're young or less young. And so I've spoken about this before, about how it's important to not have that facade, because one, it's just exhausting mentally, physically to keep.
What do you mean it's exhausting?
You're exhausting, that's what it is. Imagine being in a room with you constantly. That's what exhausting.
Why would I want to be in a room with you?
No, you.
Why?
Imagine being in a room with yourself.
There'll be only one person.
With yourself.
With yourself, there'll be only one person.
Welcome to my life. So, it can be exhausting. So it's better to not have that, but it's obviously as easier said than done. That's the problem with there's the natural fear of showing that vulnerability and showing the kind of real you, because people might judge you, they might sort of laugh at you and that kind of thing. Like she's laughing at me.
I'm kind of mimicking you.
Oh, you're mimicking me?
Oh,
Yes. So hence the question, do you show your vulnerability or do you cave in and not show it and put that facade up? And why I want to bring up this again and mention this. Yes?
Does cave in mean you give in?
Yes, exactly. It's just another way of saying give in.
So the give means cave and the cave means give in a weird way.
Yes, but you wouldn't go and live in a give.
Yeah.
But you might go and live in a cave.
What's weird?
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Bear in mind, this is the person who said, what about if Hogwarts was made up?
But I do believe in magic.
Yes, but it's in a book that
I know.
J.K. Rowling wrote.
Yeah, I know.
A made up story.
Well, what if it was not made up?
But it literally was, because she made it up.
Yeah, what if it was not made up?
I have nothing. I've no
What do
idea.
you mean would you have nothing?
This is supposed to be a very serious, deep video about vulnerability and getting rid of that facade and things like that. And we're now debating whether or not Harry Potter is actually a factual textbook or whether it's just made up. I mean, the opinion's divided, I'll give you that. You think it's true. The rest of the world think it's made up. Sorry, the rest of the world know it's made up. Right, and the Harry Potter films aren't documentaries.
So as the Lego movies are not documentaries, as all the films are not documentaries.
No, they're not. They're films of the book, which is also made up.
Which is documentary.
Remember when Jamie was in the video a few weeks ago and he didn't really say anything? Somehow that seemed like a better option at this point.
What?
Now you're definitely my favourite one out of the two, definitely.
What? I just saw that. You traitor.
You're my favourite one, definitely.
You traitor.
Anyway, back to the point.
Yeah.
The problem is that it's so easy to kind of just cave into, I suppose, society and friends, and cave into the kind of way you sort of normally do things, which is putting up that facade, that front, and masking how you truly feel. But the problem is that you live this life with this facade, this front, and it's just some real life, because ultimately, you know, no one really knows the true you. You're living this false life. Other people are sort of meeting and interacting with this false life, and it's just all crap. It's all, what's the solution? Well, something, again, I found over the last couple of weeks, and not that I've particularly sort of changed over the last 2 weeks, but in this kind of whirlwind of head stuff that's going on these last couple of weeks, that I've seen the whole thing of just literally by being bluntly being myself, as good, bad as that is, that's sort of a good thing. And it may seem very obvious, may seem like the most obvious statement in the world to say that, but until you actually kind of live it and do it and experience it and get the huge kind of positive kind of feedback or positive, I don't want to say the word validation, but it's kind of like a validation, because there's nothing worse than relying on external validation. But I suppose any sort of validation on a theory you have or how you've been is always good, particularly if it's one that is your truth. You're living your truth, and when that it is validated, that kind of bolsters the fact that, you know, you believe that's the best way to live, and just be honest. But unfortunately, many times that people or other people don't like that. They really don't. They prefer you to be the kind of almost sort of cookie cutter type person that perhaps you always used to be with this front, rather than the actual real you. And as something I said before, not everyone's going to like it when you are the real you. You are going to very much polarize the people around you. Some people are going to love you more. Some people are going to just hate you massively. And it's very, very polarizing, but it's very freeing. The problem is that polarization and that kind of dividing your friends, colleagues, family is the thing that's difficult and painful. But that's hard work. That's really hard emotionally as well, because people are like, God, you know, why are you being like that? What, you've changed. And it's hard to explain to people who kind of don't get it, that kind of how you are acting, and well, not even acting, how you are being just the real you is actually better, because you're being genuine, you're being honest and truthful of how you actually are, and you're not just putting on some front for other people. And that's hard for people to take, because, you know, like I said before, with the whole kind of tribal thing of human nature, people don't like you to kind of be different from them. As soon as you start stepping outside of what they expect of you, then suddenly it's all and they're uncomfortable, and they'll try to pull you back in again, i.e. make you back again how you were, i.e. like them. And so the thing is, you know, the question are, do you cave in or do you show your vulnerability? So do you continue to be you, show your good side, your bad side, literally the real you, or do you cave in and kind of go back to living that false crappy cookie cutter life, almost like Stepford Wives type thing that people expect of you, because that's how you've been all the time up to now? And, you know, ask yourself that. That's the question today. And, you know, I'd love to hear your opinions in the comments of that, because, you know, if you maintain that truth, you're living your true you and keeping that situation going, then you're all Gucci. That life is then perfect, because there is nothing that can almost harm you, because you're being so genuine and so true to yourself and true to your heart and true to your beliefs and values that nothing can kind of rock you. Whereas it's this falseness and this duality and this lifestyle that we all so often lead that can get attacked by various things, whether it's ego or other people's validation, and that's the thing that always cracks and crumbles. It's happened to me, I'm sure it's happened to you. And the more true you're living, the more honest and real, the less there is to crumble, because it's a solid foundation. And as I said yesterday, I'm kind of, from talk about the personal development stuff, kind of on thin ice, but it's a good thin ice. And, you know, as much as I, you know, want to put a bit more ice underneath, maybe sort of propped up by an ice maiden, who knows? It feels good, and I think that good feeling ultimately comes from being true, honest, real, genuine. And some people are going to like that, some people are not. I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you don't like it, f*** you. I don't care. I'm being genuine me, and that's it. There's no more to say. So you like it or you don't. Anyway, that's all I've got time for today, because I have to now go and put some more focaccia in the oven, because I'm cooking focaccia today. And hopefully you got some value from this. I really hope you did.
Please hit the like button.
There we go.
Sorry.
Until he goes, what colour?
Blue.
And what have they got to do to the channel?
Subscribe.
To... What's my channel called?
That's Baldwin.
And what's your channel called?
Epic Adventures.
And for now, see you
Bye-bye.
tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks again for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do so down here, and check out my other video down here. And remember, live your best life and profit from that passion. See you next time. Bye-bye.